Welcome back, episode 3 of T.O.R.N podcast. Turn it off right now. Welcome back. It's been a long time since we've been here. I know it's been like a couple months. Life, and right now. So everybody got their own schedules, but we all back. Welcome back, my boys. I'll let them introduce themselves again if y'all remember them for last episodes, but we'll let them introduce themselves.
Yeah, so I'm Paul. I'm back. Still in New York. Nothing really changed for me. Um, I'm just chilling. So let's get into this. Let's get into this.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. And I'm Parker. Same old, same old. I live in Raleigh. Ready to talk about this show.
Yo. All right. So like he said, we talking about Pluribus. That's how you say it.
Pluribus.
Pluribus,
Pluribus.
Pluribus.
Yeah.
Okay, Pluribus. Okay, I'm sorry I can't get the names right, but look, Pluribus. All right, great show that Parker found on Apple TV. I I looked at. I know like Apple TV got some pretty good, like it's pretty underrated, like a streaming service. So like I checked it out because they got Severance, so I had the subscription.
Mhm.
I thought it was pretty good actually. Like it was. I didn't know what to expect. I know the creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul was in on this, and a lot of people have revered his work. And me personally, I've not seen Better Call Saul yet. That's I know I need to watch that. I've seen Breaking Bad, and that is very good. So I'm assuming that when I'm going into this, I'm assuming that it's going to be peak fiction, peak whatever. I'm about to see some heat. So yeah, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into some questions. A lot of interesting stuff that this show themes around. A lot of stuff that this thing talks about, and it's a very good discussion for us, and we want to talk about that. So, I'll start off with Parker. What do you think? Talk about the plot and some things that you saw about the plot. And Parks or Paul, you can chime in whenever. So go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, Trey. So basically we get dropped in, and we meet this character. Her name's Carol, who is the lead of the show, acted by Rhea Seehorn. So Donald mentioned Vince Gilligan, who created Pluribus, also created Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And Better Call Saul has Rhea Seehorn is in Better Call Saul as well. She's one of the co-mains. She's Kim Wexler. She's like Saul Goodman's like main love interest. So Vince Gilligan has worked with her before, and a big reason he decided to make Pluribus, I've been like reading articles on it and stuff, is because like he was gonna make Rhea Seehorn the main, and he was saying like she was who he had in mind like when he basically created the show.
Mhm.
So I was really excited to see for that reason because I really liked her in Better Call Saul. I thought she was one of the better characters. But yeah, so the story's kind of around her. You meet her. She's like this renowned author, I guess. She has like her own book series that she does, and she's going on some sort of a tour. And you meet her, and you meet her. I don't know if they said it was her wife or her lover,
Yeah, I
and
think it was a
manager.
lover. I thought they were
Um,
like, I thought it was like
just dating.
her boss.
They're getting
Yeah,
after. They're getting after.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there was some sort of spark there for sure. But you meet
yeah.
Helen, who's like her, her manager, but also like her really good friend and stuff. So um, you have these two, and then you get introduced at the beginning to kind of those like scientists. You guys remember that? Like I think it was
Yeah.
like the first scene. Um, and yeah, I guess we'll like touch on that later, but they're just kind of investigating or like looking into this like event that is going to happen or something. This is very vague, obviously,
Well,
for
hold on. All right, go ahead. Sorry,
um
but can y'all
yes,
hear me?
you meet the yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You meet the scientists and they kind of, vaguely go into something they're researching. And then the whole event happens. So there's like the timer you guys see like on the episodes, they have the timer was counting down, but
Mm-hmm.
now it's like now that we've passed the event, it's like counting up.
Right.
So I guess the event was what we saw happened, which is basically everybody in the world pretty much at the like, I don't know, like just like, well, eventually like stopped what they were doing and kind
Right.
of became part of this hive mind. Um, and infecting the people around them, and it spread like wildfire, and everybody soon like the whole world was infected, except for Kim, or sorry, Carol. And we learned to find Carol was one of 12 people, one of 13 people in the world who couldn't be infected by this hive mind thing that they had going on. So that's basically the premise. So Kim, or Jesus, Carol, is in this world kind of by herself, trying to figure out what to make of everything because um, I don't know. In a sense, it kind of seems like it's like her versus everybody because everybody's the same person now. So
Right.
it's like kind of like her versus the world kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like that's just kind of the overall premise. Paul, if you want to kind of dig a little deeper there.
Yeah, I think something interesting about the way you described it was the idea that, and I think this is what Vince Gilligan is kind of playing with, is the idea of this RNA code being an infection into
There's
humanity.
RNA, that's right.
And
Mm.
like play like they're living in this euphoric, happy all the time state. If we consider that an infection, because that's kind of what the the story is getting at. And I think that's kind of funny. Um, Even though like I feel like everyone wants to like not everyone, but the majority of people want to live in a state of harmony, in a state of bliss, in a state of peace, and yet we consider that an infection.
Hmm.
Uh, but anyways, this is a tangent that we can go on later. The rest of the plot is really just Carol interacting with the hive. They create, they don't create, they kind of do, but they bring to life one of her characters in her book that's like the love interest in the book.
Yeah, she kind of bad.
Try to open up Carol to um, have conversations with them.
Hmm.
I don't
She
know
look.
what these
Uh,
spaces are, but yeah, to do that, and then we learn more about the other 12 and how they feel about the hive, and then we see some tension there between the hive, 12, and Carol, and
Hmm.
then we move forward to episode 3 where we learn more about the hive and more about what they're willing to do for Carol,
Hmm.
to the point of destruction. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you guys think of like the? I guess it's on. I mean, it's like every other character in the show is like part of the hype. What do you think about like? It's basically like one. They're focusing on one singular person instead of like they could flesh out like everybody else. Like you know how like they got series where they got one character and then they go to another point of view of another character and how they're going
Hmm.
through all this stuff. What do you guys think of like their just like his decision? I know you said that the creator likes worked with this actor before, so he
Hmm.
kind of wanted her to be the main. But what do you think of like me personally, I would like to see another like human's point of view. I do like the Carol and how I think that was one thing I did like about the show was how she wants to be alone all before the event where everyone takes over. Like she doesn't like to be pestered about like even if she's a most famous author, she hates it basically. Like she doesn't hate her life, but like she's very I would say like well I don't know, she kinda I mean she does kinda hate her life, but like she kinda doesn't want to she wants to be on her own. She even says that like
Yeah.
she likes to be alone, but she likes to be with her partner obviously. But after you think that like after the event happens and she can kind of get what she wants, like she wants to be on her own type, and then she like has a flipped mindset of that and is trying to fix it all. What do you guys think of like their decision to have one character and focus around her instead of like having a bunch of other characters? Anybody can, it's open.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's definitely like different from anything I've seen before. I'm kind of interested to see like if someone new comes into the
Yeah,
fold that
that's
they're gonna flesh out like um yeah, it's hard to right, it's hard to flesh out anybody else when everybody is the same person. Like
right.
you only have her and then the other 12 people, which we saw what like five or six of them in episode 2. And it was interesting to see their different perspectives because I don't know, like I mean, obviously Carol's like not a fan of it, but then you have like the guy who's like inviting over
He getting
strippers
that
and he's
pussy.
and he's flying around in Air Force One, and then you have the Indian mom who's like
She's
not
delusional.
convinced that anything is happening. She's like, my son Ravi, he's exactly the same.
Delusional.
And I thought it was really clever when they were at dinner, and then Carol was like asking the kid like questions of that like only like a doctor would know, and he was like answering them. That was like a
Yeah.
cool way to go about it. Um, but yeah, it was like interesting to see their perspectives, but I don't really know like, you know, who else they could develop. So that's like one thing I'm like interested to see where they go with it. Because if it's Carol centered for like the whole season, I could see how that would get a little boring or repetitive
I,
potentially after a while.
mhm.
If there's not adding anything else to it, but I'm interested to see what direction they
Yeah,
take
what do
it.
you guys think of like the character herself, Carol, like the person? Like in the first couple episodes, I was like she's so annoying. Like she always whining and shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear you whine about everything. Like just suck it up. I don't know. Like I mean, obviously it's a crazy situation, but I'm just like,
Mhm.
all right, bro. Like you whining about everything. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I guess first before we move forward, they're gonna. I've been watching a lot of theory videos, and in the next episode, like in the short description, they mentioned that they're bringing in another, like they're the Spanish guy that cursed her
Yeah,
out
I
over
was
the
thinking
phone.
about
Oh
that.
He's
yeah,
gonna be the other guy that comes into the fold,
Mm,
um,
that'll be
and he's
interesting.
gonna be brought up as like another main that like we'll see what their relationship is. I could imagine it's gonna be rocky at the start because they're both pretty hard headed. It seems like,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think they're gonna do something um, that will cause some tension with between them, between the high, whatever. Um, I think Carol honestly is playing her role perfectly. I mean, yes, it is annoying that she's always complaining, but that's who she's supposed to be
yeah, I mean,
in a world where everybody is happy and like
yeah, I
content
agree.
and
Like
no one's
it's
complaining about
obviously it's
anything. She's the one
yeah,
opposite voice.
Yeah, the
Um,
contrast
and
is
it's
without
just
that, the story would just be like, okay, good night.
happily ever after.
But I think she's played her role really well. Honestly, I don't know anything about Rhea Seehorn. I've never watched Vince Gilligan's shows
Mhm.
ever. I've never watched Breaking Bad, never watched Better Call
never
Saul,
watched
but
Breaking Bad.
this is
She
this is really impressive work by
She,
this girl.
oh yeah, yeah. She plays honestly like a pretty similar like character in Better Call Saul. She's a very like, you know, strong, independent woman, very like I guess like hard-headed, like you said. She has like the relationship with the main character Jimmy, but she also like is like very independent at the same time. So I think I can tell that like Vince is kind of like playing into her strengths because that was like a role she did really well in, and I can see a lot of similarities between that role in this one. Um,
Yeah, I think that the thing is, I see with Carol is like she's very stubborn, and I'm stubborn, and I hate that about myself, and that's why I sometimes find that shit very annoying. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like just okay,
um,
like just adapt. Like you can't fix it. Like I mean, you can. I mean, you should
I
try, but
think,
like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're starting to see that, right? Like, I
Mm,
think episode two, there was kind of that tipping point where, like, I think she like pissed them off. I think it was one or two times, and everyone
mhm,
froze, and then people died, right? Because
yeah,
The Indian woman was like, "You killed my dad" or something. Um,
I mean, yeah.
but we saw in the third episode, especially, like she was. There were like multiple times where like you could tell like Carol was about to blow, but she like kept it together. Like when she was at the grocery store and like
Well, she
she
did blow. If you
she
like, you get to the end of the episode, like she almost blew up.
she oh yeah she like called them and she was like let them do their thing, put the groceries away. So like you can tell that she's like starting to not like them, but she's like learning how to work with them and like
She's
kind of
learning
just
that
like
she could get whatever she wants at the end of the episode. Like,
I think this is a power story, and I think that's going
uh-huh.
to be. But one thing that I do think that I think I've seen other people say, like I haven't seen as much, is I think the Hive is manipulating her more than she is manipulating them.
mm,
Like
yeah,
I think she's getting played into everything that's happening.
yeah, that's kind of like where I wanted to go. Like in the next, like the first question I wanted to ask is,
That's
is the hive like? Well, I know Paul has a different mindset on this, but is it like good or evil? Is the hive like inherently beneficial, or is it
Yeah.
harmful to humanity? Basically, is what I'm asking. So, like, what do you guys think about that? Either one of y'all can answer, and then I'll answer as well. So, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's very nuanced. I do want to go back to Paul's thing for a second. I think the Hive wants Carol to think she's in control.
Mm,
So like, just give her anything she wants, kind of get her to get her guard down because
yeah,
obviously her guard is up at all times right now.
Mm.
So I think once they get that, then I think we could see something happen from there. So
yeah.
are they
Okay, yeah.
good or
That kind of yeah,
evil?
that which kind of leads into I think well, I'll go first. The Hive, I think it's like fake good. Like fake good, but it's really
Mm.
like evil. I don't know. Like I think that it's well kind of what Park said, it's it's trying to get her guard down, take over, and then I mean, obviously it's doing all this good stuff, like good as in what we think is good for like cleaning up shit, cleaning up the roads and stuff. It kind of
Mhm.
leads to my next question, like, but it's taking all their free will, which is another question I got later on. But I think that free will is a very important thing for like humans to have, and if you take it away, it's kind of like you're taking away a lot of us, and I don't think that's really beneficial in any type of way. So that's why I kind of think it's like it'll end up being it'll be some type of I don't know. I'm not predicting anything yet, but I think it'll be like some twist where they're evil and they're coming with their whole alien race to take over the planet or whatever they got going on. So that's kind
Yeah,
of what I think. Yeah.
yeah, I think off of that, I think this is like again, I think Vince Gilligan is doing some crazy stuff here. Man, where do I even start? Like, I think what we talked about earlier, like the specifics of how the virus came to be is not very outlined. Like they don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's key to what he's trying to do here. He's not trying to set it up as some sort of like alien take. I don't think this is I mean, I could be completely wrong. But I don't think he's doing like an alien takeover show. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he's going the same basic route. I think he's and this is what I've heard he's done in Better Call Saul and what he's done in Breaking Bad. Like he's kind of showing two aspects of what we think is good. We think independence, free will, the ability to choose, the ability to be my own individual is a good thing. But we also think harmony, peace, no crime, this all the streets is also a good thing.
Hmm.
So I think he's trying to present like, can these things both coexist? And
It's a great
and
point.
I'm not sure if it really is
No,
possible.
no.
Yeah.
Additionally, I think he's also playing with some religion. I mean, I like to look at things through a religious lens. I think he's also playing with some religious ideology allegory here, where like the hive is in what I believe is like a description of heaven. They're in a state where they're all together. They're all there's no harm. There's no anger. Everything is great. They're in eternal bliss, and yet Carol thinks that's the most disgusting thing ever. And it raised a lot of questions there too. I think if like I mean I don't know if Vince is going this far, but to me I think he's going with like is heaven even really what we want if it's going to be like this? And that is an interesting question that I had in my head, but we don't have to go down that route.
That's actually a pretty good point. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it's not heaven. I don't know if he's trying to like say. I don't know if he's like. I don't know his religious or whatever he's got. I don't. I think he's trying to say like peace and like harmony. There's a cost to it. Like it takes away a person's individualism. Well, individuality. Kind of. You know, all of us. We can do it. Us three. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We can do. We can do. We can do good. We can do bad. We can commit a crime. We can give back in charity. And I think that's like kind of what he's saying. Like if you want something, you have to give something up. If you want peace and harmony, you got to give away, all your choices basically, whatever you can do. So, Parks, what you got to say about that? Yeah.
No, great points. I think I guess like moving from here, like I just kind of am wondering, I want to know what you guys think as well. Like, do you guys think there is something that's above, like that's like someone or something that's like in control of what's going on right now? If
Yeah,
like
because I was gonna say when in the beginning in the first episode when they got those signals, was it that's where the virus came from? It came from a rat. The the it's very ambiguous of where the
Mhm.
actual the virus came from because in the if you don't know, in the first for the audience, the rat bit a scientist and it started, doing all this shaking and shit. So was the rat like also part of the hive mind? Like it can also I don't. So yeah, what do you guys think about like that too? Like those common
So
parts.
yeah, like the virus was a message that was interpreted from space that they made it to an RNA code,
Okay, yeah, that's what it
which
was.
which
Okay.
then they were testing that on the rats, and then that rat had the RNA, the DNA in its system, and bit the human, which then
Yeah,
started seizing
I
Okay.
to
think that.
scare everybody. I don't.
Yep.
I honestly don't understand what happened at that event that made everybody get it. I still don't think that's been fully explained to me.
No.
Yeah.
But then somehow everybody got it.
Well, they
Uh,
were doing that thing where they were like swabbing every.
yeah, but like, why would that all click at the same time? Like, it doesn't.
What do you mean? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the event, like everybody just started seizing at the same time. Like, I didn't get that. I thought it had
maybe.
something to do with like the planes in the air, but then that didn't
Mm,
really make any sense to me either. They couldn't fly
maybe.
over the whole world, right? That doesn't make no sense. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
Yeah.
know.
really confused about that.
Maybe they will explain that. That is a good point. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Parks.
No, I'm just agreeing. There's a lot of ambiguity surrounding
What isn't there? How
what.
many episodes are there? 8 or 10? It's usually like 10 of the
In
episode.
this series, how many?
Yeah, and like
I
in
have
the
no idea.
first season. Well, I know there's three that's come out, but like
Yeah,
usually they got like either
9.
8 or 9. Okay, so there's plenty of time to figure out like
about a third of the way.
what's really going on.
Yeah, and that's why I think like him not giving out those details. That's why I don't think it's some sort of like alien takeover, because like
Yeah.
the
Well, maybe
audience is
not
gonna
an
be thinking about that
alien
the whole
takeover,
time.
but like it's something out
I'm
of
not sure. I honestly think it. My opinion is it's like a self fulfilling prophecy by humanity.
Hmm.
I think we saw something, we made it fit within something we understand, and then we got bit in the ass, literally by fucking
well,
rat.
it came from out of
We
this
got bit
world.
by a rat.
It came from out of this world though.
It's something we saw in the sky and made a message out of.
Well, it was from light years away. What didn't it say it was like light years away or
Yes,
something?
they saw something light years away.
Yeah.
They interpreted that as something, and then we kind of just like cooked ourselves.
Well, yeah, but it came from there's. I'm thinking it came from some alien race that's super
Yeah, but
techno.
I don't like again, and it doesn't to me like if it was an alien takeover, right? And
I
they
don't think
sent
it's
this
a.
message
I
from
don't think
six
it's
hundred
a
light years away.
takeover of an alien race. Like I don't think. Well, it
Okay,
could.
my
I did
bad.
say that.
Sorry. If
I
an
did say
alien
that they
sent this
might come
message,
down, but I mean, I don't think that's what's gonna happen. It's possible.
Hmm.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but
yeah, I'm sorry. I need to stop saying alien takeover. If an alien sent this message from 600 light years away,
maybe
then
they're.
it wouldn't make like the way the plot goes. They didn't plan for the rat to bite the human,
Well,
Yeah.
so like they wouldn't. It would be accidental if they took over now.
Yeah.
They would, to me at least. So like I don't think the aliens had any mission or like why would they send the message and not implement it immediately?
Okay.
It's just
So
like
by
kind of
that same logic, you don't think there's any overarching entity or being that's like
the leader.
pulling the strings or like, orchestrating all this to happen. You think it was just
I think
brought on
I don't
by
know that answer
humans?
yet, honestly.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
make
I
sense.
don't.
I think humans kind of just did it to themselves. Um
What I mean,
I
yeah. I
mean,
mean,
we
that's
don't
usually
know.
how those
It's just
dystopian things
speculation. It's
happen.
just kind of,
Usually, how those dystopian stories go is humans try to do something that's like, they try to fix everything and it ends up biting them in the ass. So it could be that. Yeah, that's also true. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty okay. Pretty yeah, pretty open-ended question. What could happen? Next question though, I want to ask is obviously should Carol, try to save the world or is she just causing more harm, by trying to do all this? Like what do you think about like the people dying doesn't really matter if they're all one person and they're not really human anymore. Or should she just keep trying to save everybody? What do you guys think about that one? Let's open for either one of y'all to answer.
I mean, yeah, it's like the whole thing we talked about earlier, where it's like everyone's harmonious currently, but you're taking away their free will. And
Yeah,
I think, like you were saying earlier, like free will is a big part of what makes us human. So, like, I think Carol fighting for that is objectively just, I don't know, like a good thing to do, just because that's, I mean, that's all that we really know. But
yeah,
obviously, it's more nuanced than that because we're seeing,
yeah. Once
the
she
people are have no free
upsets them.
will, but
Also, whenever she upsets them, they kind of like do this thing where
yeah,
they have seizure and shit. Like
yep.
they watch that Pokemon episode that everyone talks about where they're flashing lights and they go. You ever heard about that? Like the people in Japan, there's like a big epidemic. They saw this Pokemon episode a long time ago, and they all like seized up and shit.
Oh
Mm-mm.
wow, I did not hear about that.
It happened a
Mm.
long time ago, or it is something like that. Like now they before every like flashing light, they say now they got to put a warning in front of everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's why they did that. But
I
anyway,
didn't know that's
that's
where it
what
originated from though. That's interesting.
yeah, that's or I don't know if that's where it originated from, but I know that a bunch of people had a seizure one time because of an episode where it's like a bunch of flashing lights. But anyways, that's what happened when Carol upsets them, like you were saying. She upsets them, they all start seizing up, and then because they can't handle her bad emotions, which I also kind of think that's interesting because the hive mind can't do anything negative, like as you know, or negative. It can't kill anything. It says it won't harm anything, and it'll do whatever it can to make you happy. It's only looking for your happiness. I think that's kind of interesting. What do you guys think about,
What if, what if, I wonder if it'll get to this point where Carol asks them to kill. I don't know if has she done that? Has she asked them to kill somebody?
no,
I wonder how they would respond to
Yeah,
that. Because if she was like, "This will make me happy," like, and
mm,
she was kind of getting there at the end of the episode.
exactly. That's
She
what I was
was,
about to say.
yeah,
I
but
think
she
she's starting
did.
to realize that she
But then,
can trap them in loopholes and make them kind of. I think she's
it
hoping
was
that they glitch
so
out
funny. It
at the
was
loop.
I was like laughing like when she was talking to that guy in the hospital after
yeah,
the grenade blew up and she was just like, "Can I have an atomic bomb or something?" And he just like stood there like frozen. He was like like you could like see the processing in his brain.
like he wanted to
Like,
say no, but he like programmed him to not to say no. It's like crazy.
yeah,
I've never seen nothing like that. I
yeah.
also think that like, well, it was I don't know well, about your thing about killing. He did like the dude said, "Can you hunt? Like, can you hunt a chicken for me?" And she was like, "No." So maybe
Mm,
I don't think that they
mm.
would kill another person, but we'll
Okay.
see.
Oh, that's good, good,
Yeah,
good callback. Yeah.
I
I
forgot about that.
don't know because the guy was like, "Yeah, I wanna." So you guys can make whatever you want from me. He's like, "Yeah, so you can make a chicken." She was like, "Nah, we can't kill a chicken." He was like, "Well, what if I want to eat a snail?" And he was like, "Nope, can't eat it. Can't kill a
Yeah, because
snail."
they were like, yeah, I remember they were like, "We'll try to find the freshest chicken we have or something."
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
And they say they
yeah.
won't fish, like none of that shit. So I don't know if it'll kill a person. That'd be interesting to see if she's like, yeah, that'll make me happy. You guys want to make me happy? And she tries to manipulate them. But, we'll see. I mean, that could be pretty interesting. But,
Yeah, and another thing I saw that was interesting in terms of like if Carol should save the world or let them live this way and let people keep dying. The thing is that I think is interesting that this person pointed out was like the hive doesn't care about people dying because they're all in the consciousness regardless. Like
Hmm.
they have the memories of this person in the hive mind. So
Yeah, they're
basically
not
the essence of
losing
that
anything
person is always with them.
except the physical body. It just no
Yeah,
longer
the
has the
body just holds the
ability.
person, but like
Yeah,
they don't even care about the individual. So their consciousness is still in this hive mind.
yeah.
So when they're telling Carol the numbers of like, yeah, 886 million died uh when we did the initial download, and then 11 million died when you freaked out on us. They had no emotional reaction, and Carol was the one who's like heartbroken at like hearing the loss of these people, but because their individuality has
Hmm.
disappeared, but they still exist within the hive mind. And I think that is also another interesting thing I think Vince Gilligan is trying to show a distinction between the hive mind and Carol, that there is empathy on both ends of the spectrum of both the negative and the positive emotion. It
Mhm.
seems like to me. But I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
Mhm. Partially, you go first.
I mean, no, I agree. I'm trying to remember how the scene actually went because you're talking about the one where they were
Well,
like
I
you
think
told
that the hive mind did.
I
Well,
mean, they
I
were
don't know.
like
I don't know if they've experienced like sadness, so maybe
Yeah,
they
they
just
don't. They don't feel bad when like the people die.
yeah. So and
I,
it
I think there was a comment made by the girl though that was like we tried to limit it as much as we could, or we want to make
yeah
sure
because
it never happens
to
again or
they want to
something.
spread to everything. They don't want to lose anybody because they just want to
Yeah.
spread their whatever the fuck that is that
I
everybody.
know they don't want to lose the infected. I think they just like I feel like the hive mind is on its own mission to like fully complete the downloading process. Like it's kind of
Mhm.
like
Yeah, but then
this is
well, like
kind of a
what's
stupid
the
analogy.
point?
But like say
I don't get like what is their end goal to create a greater
I think they want to
society?
reach
Yeah.
100% completion.
I'm also interested to see what that looks like. They're like,
Well,
oh, we're conducting tests and like what are they doing? Like I kind of want
mm,
to see the behind the scenes, like how are they who's working on like how are they going about like trying to transfer Carol into one of them? I want to see more.
Yeah.
yeah, like how do they get her DNA or some shit? Like how do they fuck do they
Oh,
do
they
that?
definitely got that from somewhere. I think that's why they
Yeah.
keep trying to give her food and like be around her all the time. They getting some hair strand and they testing the heck out of that joint with everybody on the
I'll
planet.
take that. I mean, there's only what
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty interesting what they're doing. Well, we kind of already talked about happiness versus free will. I don't
Yeah.
really need to see who. Uh, I guess let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, it's kind of all the well, you guys, we basically answered every question we kind of like
Yeah.
went through. I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think of the presentation of the series? I kind of like. There were some cool shots. I think there were some pretty cool shots. I'm not like a film expert myself, but I do
Yeah.
think there were some cool shots I saw, especially in episode 3. Well, I like
Mhm.
the scene where they were like both sitting at the table and the grenade was sitting right there, and it was like got point both. It was like the image of the grenade was clear, and then like she was blurry, and then the other girl was
Uh-huh.
blurry. I thought that was a pretty cool shot. Um,
Oh no.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? You guys are probably better at describing those than me, but yeah,
Well,
what do you guys
just
think
from
about?
watching Vince Gilligan's shows, like one of the things he's the best at is his framing. Like, I mean, you kind of like the framing of his shots, like it's very intentional where people are placed, where the cameras are placed, the angles, they always have like deeper meanings. Like I remember, I do remember the one you're talking about. I remember there was one where Carol was looking out the window of her house into the backyard and the camera's on the outside looking into like looking at Carol looking outside, but then in the reflection, like to the left, you can see the grave of Helen. Um, and it was like right after she just like blew her head off about like the hive mind like kept bringing up Helen. So Vince is still kind of doing that same kind of thing. And yeah, it's really interesting to see just the subtle messages he's trying to portray through his film
He's
cinematography.
incredible. Like
Yeah.
I didn't recognize this in the second episode, the opening to the second episode. Like I wasn't really paying attention, like because no dialogue was happening, so I was just like, whatever. But
Yeah.
like I watched it back again, and I like was mesmerized just by how he depicts this whole new world where like no one has to speak to each other. So like
Mm.
this girl
Yes.
Zosha just like she gets up and she's like, okay, time for me to go be Zosha for Carol, and she just
Yeah.
Mm.
cleans herself up, drives in the plane. The plane shot is beautiful. They land in the makeup spot. She has to shower. Like it's just like
Takes her clothes, takes her pants off.
Cheeks.
it's just like he he has amazing angles and like he plays with the reflections a lot. Like he was
That's
very, very intentional. I'm very impressed. I'm still not gonna watch Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, but like this show has got me hooked. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good point. The start of episode two, I was it's very apparent how long it goes on until there's actual dialogue.
Mm.
And yeah, that's such a good point that like they're all talking to each other in their heads. Like they don't
Yeah.
need to talk out loud if they're not talking to one of the 12. So
Also, a little tidbit about episode 2. The people who are acting like they're doing the hair and makeup for Sosha in the bathroom. Do you remember that? Like when she goes to the shower and there's
Yeah.
people sitting
yeah, yeah,
outside
yeah.
at the sink.
Hmm.
Those are the actual makeup team. They got a shot in
Huh.
the film. I think that's really cool
I
just
know
by
that's
like
pretty cool. That's
him
pretty cool.
That's
incorporating.
that's another thing. He has like the same cast or like crew that he uses through all of his
Oh,
shows.
really?
So yeah, like the behind the scenes crew and like the extras and like the bigger scenes and stuff. It's all the same people that he
Yeah.
uses in his other shows. So um yeah.
He's just a cool guy, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it was
lie.
cool. Like it's not. It doesn't look like it's all on a set. It looks like it's like in the world, like natural or wherever they are.
Definitely.
Like yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's also pretty cool. Like it's all natural. It doesn't look fake. Like a lot of stuff today, like nowadays, like doesn't look like as good. I don't know how to explain it. It's
Hmm.
like it looks fake.
It's
Everything
just
looks like green
they
screen.
film it all in a studio because that
Yeah, it look,
you can get it out so much quicker
yeah,
and it's cheaper and yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but
like the
even
way
like
that.
the Norwegian scene in episode 3 at the beginning,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
that was styrofoam. That wasn't actual ice.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. Like
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
wouldn't
realize
know.
that till I listened to
Would
I
you go
listened
to
to the
a
Pluribus
hotel like that
podcast.
where it's got a straight ice, like
It
everything's?
wasn't ice. It was
No,
styrofoam. Like I
wait.
just was
Oh,
super impressed.
I thought they were at. No, wait, no. I'm talking about like in real life. There's a hotel that was built of ice. Like it was supposed to be. It wasn't. I know it wasn't ice.
Wait, I'm getting confused now.
Okay, it wasn't really ice. It was obviously styrofoam.
Yeah,
But
it was styrofoam that they used in the film, but I thought it was actual. I thought they just went to
oh
Norway, and it was just
no. I'm saying I'm asking you if there was a hotel. If there's a hotel like that in real life, are you going?
there is one, and no, I wouldn't go. I have a friend
Okay.
who went to some place like that in for his honeymoon.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that was pretty cool. I would go to. No,
I would
actually,
never go. That joint's too cold, dog.
That'd be pretty
no,
cool,
You're
dude.
black, bro.
listen.
You'll start cracking immediately.
Nah, I'll be straight, bro. Nah, I'm gonna be Gucci. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Predictions. All right. What do you guys think is gonna happen in the next for the rest of the season? You guys have any big predictions? Pretty hot takes? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it earlier, but these first three episodes have done a lot of world building, just kind of like setting the tone, getting to know Carol. One thing I do want to know is more of her, or I'll be interested to see if we learn more of her backstory. I mean, the only person who's connected to her, as far as we know, in her life is Helen. Like, no family, no kids. I mean, yeah, I don't know. She's assumed to be lesbian, so I mean, maybe she adopted. I don't know. No, yeah, no family or just anybody in her life outside of Helen. So I'm wondering if we see more backstory in that sense, like maybe more flashbacks, like the Ice Hotel.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, continuing to just learn more about her and hopefully learn more about these other people, like you said, Paul, the Spanish speaking guy. Um, I think he'll definitely be like an asset for Carol, just because they seem to be very like-minded and stubborn and don't really want anything to do with the hive mind. So I think even though he doesn't speak English, I think they're eventually going to get along a lot better than the other English-speaking immune.
Mm.
I think he did it, the director did that on purpose. Like she already tried to connect with the people that she would have more in common with, the English people, and they weren't
Yeah.
with it. And I
Hmm.
think that's kind of like his thing is like she got to break out, she got to like get out of her
Mm.
comfort zone. Like she always
Hmm.
wants to be on her own type shit, and
Yeah.
she has to break out. If the Spanish guy, like you said, is more involved in the rest of the season, I think that like that's kind of his thing. Like she develops connection with somebody else. It doesn't have to be like romantic or anything like that. It's just
No, yeah.
platonic. Um, that she gets a connection with another human, and I think that's like his vision for her character. She doesn't want to be with anyone. She only wanted to be with Helen, and now she wants to be on her own, but then she has to, come around and
Yeah.
be with somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be really key development for her character to find someone else that she can have empathy for or just like kind of like care for like she did
Mm.
I mean like Helen um other than that she's kind of just really just like fuck everybody fuck life
I don't
like
know though. She does care about human life though. Like even when
I
Zosha took the
mean
grenade for
I
her, she
mean I
was
mean a
like,
more like I mean yes that's true but just like on a more personal level I
Yeah.
guess
mm,
just finding because I think that's what's gonna help her because I just think she's like alone like obviously she feels alone even though she has these people helping her or whatever the hive mind like want to be nice to her and everything she feels alone because she knows it's kind of fake right like the people she's talking to like it doesn't feel real when you're talking to someone who's like hive minded so I think finding a personal relationship a person that she can have like a personal connection with will help.
I don't know. I honestly think now that y'all have been talking about this out loud, I think there's gonna be a conflict between the way Carol has built a relationship with Zosha because I do think she like actually cares about Zosha. I don't think she cares
Yeah, but
about the
that's why she didn't
other
let her go to the.
individuals within the hive, but I think she does care about Zosha. Not like in a romantic way, not
Nah,
like
nah,
anything like
nah.
that. Just like
Well, she did create her. I mean, not create, but she does feel some type of connection to her because that was her character in the story.
yeah,
And she didn't let him go on her little harem trip with the other
exactly.
boy. So yeah,
So I think she does care about him. I think she likes him. Sorry, she likes her, not in like a romantic way, but like she likes being around her. Like she invites her into her house to have a talk. I think she's that lonely. And then I think she's gonna see the usefulness of the Spanish guy that they could actually maybe figure out a way to make the world right. But they're not gonna like each other at all. And I think that's gonna be a conflict she has to go to where it's like, am I willing to try to relate to this hive, to understand them more when I enjoy not enjoy, but like I can tolerate my time with them. While this guy that I need to accomplish this mission of making the world right, I absolutely hate. And he
oh, you
hates
think it's
me.
gonna go that way, huh?
I think it'll be like that. I think it'll be like
I think
Interesting.
a
so.
little
I
bit
don't
of a
know. I
wrestle
mean,
there.
yeah, I guess when you have two stubborn people meet, like they could, like it could inevitably just be they just clash because of two hard-headed people. But like, I don't know, at the same time, because she hated the other six that she met because she was like, y'all don't give a fuck. Like, y'all have no empathy. Like, y'all are just like complicit in this, basically. Like, so like if she sees someone who like actually, well, I don't know, because we don't know a lot about the Spanish guy, but like we know he's obviously stubborn. We don't know like if he cares though, right?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
he
he
kind
runs a
of
self storage like facility. That's what
he's
the
very
thing.
yeah, he's
he don't want any part of
self-sufficient.
the
He can do
fucking.
his own thing.
So why
So
would he
Yeah, he
want
don't.
Carol?
she
That's
might
my thing. I think he's gonna be
that's
like, fuck
true.
you. I don't need
That's what
you.
I'm
Well, at
like
first,
trying to
yeah,
get
he's
at.
gonna be
Like
like, nah, fuck you, like obviously. But then he's gonna.
she's head over heels about fixing the world, and I could easily see him just being like, yeah, I
I
don't
don't
give a
care.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
Yeah.
what I think is
yeah,
gonna be the
okay,
conflict there, where it's like
yeah,
she
I can
can't
see that.
tolerate him, but needs him, and the hive can loves to tolerate Carol, but Carol doesn't want them. That's what I think the conflict is gonna be.
Hmm.
But in the end, they're gonna work together. I do you think they're gonna like cure? Well, I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it's confirmed for another season. But do you guys think
It's
it'll?
definitely gonna have another season.
He
They're
said,
they're
he
not curing it this season.
said, yeah, he said in an interview at least three, but he could see it going as long as his longest series, which is Better Call Saul, which was six. But he said he definitely
Well,
wouldn't go more than
okay.
six.
Well, then never. I was gonna ask like, do you guys think
No,
they'll
no shot
cure
there's
it?
a
You know,
cure this series.
but okay, no way they'll end it by the end of the season. But do you?
I am. There were like
I
some
do
shots in the
think. Here's my
trailer where they
prediction.
were like blowing shit up, and I'm interested to see like if that's how it ends with like them just like trying
I do
something
have a
and it just
prediction.
going terrible.
I think at the end of the season they will figure out how to break one person out of the hive. I think they'll break whatever name Zosha.
You think they'll break Zosha?
Hmm.
One person they're gonna break out of the hive mind. I think it'll be maybe not Zosha. She's kind of like the face of the hive right now, but
Yeah.
I think they'll do. Maybe someone will come in around later that Spanish guy caught.
Yeah.
and they'll like figure out some way to break
But
her.
how do you think they're gonna figure it out? Though? That's not
I
quite
have no
like
idea.
I
Yeah.
they
don't know.
have
I
this.
mean,
It's
that's a
like
prediction.
trying to out AI. Like
Maybe the Spanish
you
guy
can't
knows
outcode
fucking
AI,
science or
bro.
some shit.
Huh?
The Spanish guy knows about some science.
That was
Even if
It's
he
not
knows
actually,
some
AI,
science, they
bro.
have the
We're not doing this
smartest
AI
doctors
stuff.
in the
I know I
world.
want to we don't need to dwell on it, but I will say kind of a connection I made, especially in the third episode. I was seeing a lot of similarities between the hive mind and artificial intelligence, just because I thought it was interesting how Carol was just like, she was talking to the guy in the hospital and she was just getting him to say yes to whatever she wanted.
Well, I
And
don't
I feel
think.
like it's
Yeah.
not to that extent, but like you can like also kind of manipulate like ChatGPT. You can ask it a question, and if it doesn't give you the answer you want, you can say no, you need to say this, and then it will say that, right? Like so
Uh.
like
Yeah,
I
I
just
guess.
saw some similar. I'm not saying they're one to one, it's the same thing, but
Yeah,
I just kind of saw
I can
like
see
those
it. I can see it. I
kind
can
of
see it.
I'll let
similarities.
you have this one. I'll let you have this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Shut
do
up with
think
that
Vince
AI
Gilligan is playing
bullshit.
with the idea of artificial intelligence. He even does it. I saw this as a in a video too. Like at the end of the first episode, he writes at the bottom in the like what's that joint called?
Reddit.
In the credits, yeah, in the credits. It says this film was made by humans. Like I think he is playing with how we perceive AI and how everything's being made by AI. And he's kind of like, this is my take on AI. Is it gonna look like in this hive mind?
And like AI is like a conglomeration of like all the
World's knowledge.
sources that it connects to, like Google, whatever, like whatever it is programmed to get its data from. Just like a hive mind has a conglomerate of everybody's thoughts and feelings and their knowledges and stuff like that. So just a little like, connection
Yeah,
I
but don't
made.
discredit my AI though. Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
this nigga love AI, guys.
How is it discrediting?
Guys love AI. God makes love to AI. Okay, let's just say that.
All right, we don't have to go that far.
Huh?
But you saying that you could just say whatever and it'll tell you, okay, I'll say what you said. No, it's
No,
not.
I
Nah,
don't
Yes,
think
it
so. I don't think.
does.
you
Yes, it
I
can't.
mean,
does.
no.
You can
Well,
try
You
right
can't
now.
make it do unethical things,
no,
dude.
we're
Like
not.
I can't make
Oh
it
no,
do.
no, no. Yeah, that's why I
We're not
said
gonna
to
do that.
not that extent. But if I asked AI what's 2 plus 2, and they said 4, and I said no, next time I ask you that, say 5. And then
Well,
I
yeah,
say
for trivial stuff like that, but you can't be like,
I know. I said that's why I said on a lesser
No,
extent, but like still, yeah.
AI doesn't do. Well, I be watching some things on. I see some videos. They try to make AI count to 10,000, and it will not do it. It will never. It won't do it.
Yeah,
Like it
because it
will
does
not.
say no to some things, like if it like explicit thing, or like if you like give, I don't know, like it does have like
I feel
parameters
like,
because it can't be illegal, but
and I feel like the 10,000 thing has to do with like not trying to destroy the planet because obviously AI is not super environmentally friendly.
Yeah, maybe.
So
yeah,
counting to 10,000 is a waste of water
Energy.
and electricity and all
Yeah.
the
yeah, for sure.
natural
Definitely on a
resources.
smaller scale, but just kind of like that kind of
Right.
aspect of it, I saw some similarities.
Okay. So all right. So bold prediction. My bold prediction is they will break one person out of the hive by the end of the season. I don't know when we're gonna be back. If we're gonna be back before the end of this season, probably. But if we aren't, that's my prediction.
Yeah.
We'll stamp that down. One person will break out of the hive mind. Okay. You guys have a prediction? You guys can say it. If not, then we'll move
I'll
on.
make something up real quick.
Okay.
Bo Parks, if you got one, go ahead.
You go first.
Need some time. I think. Hmm, I think they're gonna do. I think what's her name? Carol and the Spanish guy are gonna do some testing,
I thought you said they were
and
gonna
they'll come
do
to
some
some sort of
nasty.
conclusion. But I don't think we'll know what that is until season two.
Thought you said they were gonna do some nasty. Okay.
They're gonna do some experimenting themselves.
Well, ooh.
Like, this guy, bro. You need to get
I'm
outside, dog.
going outside. I'll go outside.
What about you, Parks?
We outside. We outside. Yes, sir. All right, Parks, you got a prediction? All right. Go
I
Steve.
will say Carol will she has to have more like loved ones that are out there. I think she's gonna run into someone that's gonna be like a main point of contention that kind of brings just someone else into the picture. It's gonna be like a parent or like a sibling or something. I think that is part of the hive mind. I think she's gonna cross paths with someone like that.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Cool, cool,
Can I
cool.
ask you something about what you just said?
Sure.
Why would they not have brought a sibling or parent out yet?
It's only 3 episodes.
I don't know.
Because I feel like if they
It's
would
just
have,
really odd to me that like the only person that she has is her lover. I mean,
I don't think she likes her family.
that's a fine. I mean, yeah, I could see that.
So then I don't see
Um,
why the hive mind would bring them in.
I don't know. It's a it's a yes. I don't
It's
know.
a prediction. It's a prediction. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
And we'll see. One more question. What was that? I was gonna ask something that was
And you
like,
getting dementia already, dog?
no, it was like 30 minutes ago. I thought this question. Uh,
Good.
Cinematography, plot,
no,
theme.
no, it was some other story. Whatever. Well, figured I'll text y'all something. I can't.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, we are wrapping up the third episode of Torn Podcast. Go watch Pluribus.
Pluribus.
Bro, this guy can't say the name. You don't even know the Latin saying of our country, dog.
Nigga, it's Pluribus. Pluribus.
Pluribus.
You ever watch Rick and Morty?
Pluribus.
It's the
Pluribus.
Pluribus. There's a thing like that in Rick and Morty called the Pluribus. It's like it's funny.
Man.
But anyways, all right. So guys, yes, go watch the show. It's a great show. I recommend it for everybody. We'll be
Very
back
good.
before the end of the season. I will stamp that. I know that we have
Oh,
a
we're back before? I thought we were gonna do something. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
it's
shut
only
up.
it ain't coming out in a month. Like whatever, man. We'll be back in a month, 2 months. The season, the series wouldn't be over, right? I mean, the season.
I think it said the last episode comes out like day after Christmas. Last episode of the first season.
Okay, so we
That's what I'm
might
saying. Why
be
not? Why not just do a recap at the end of
okay. Yeah, okay.
the
So we'll come
season?
back at the end of the series or the season. See if my prediction, which I know is going to be correct, is right, which is yeah. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Any final words from you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed so far. Vince Gilligan, he hasn't missed yet, so I hope it continues. I think it's in a good spot right now, so I hope it kind of continues on this trajectory because I'm enjoying it so far. So it's like a 9 out of 10 show for me after 3 episodes, I'd say.
Paul, got anything?
Yeah. First time experiencing Vince Gilligan, and I am very impressed. Um, I hope I hope this continues to go well. I'm not gonna rate the show yet. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Check out what I got going on at spectrumspirit.com.
Yeah, tune into Spectrum of Spirits. Got some interesting stuff on there. Um, I'm not gonna rate it yet either. I do like it a lot. It's pretty good. It's not like my usual type of shows, like, but I do like it. It makes you think a lot. It makes you think more than about what's going on in the world.
Now I
And
don't like to think.
huh?
Hmm?
Look at it. We got a monkey over here talking. Whatever. All right. Uh, Torn Podcast, episode 3. We are
Yeah.
signing out. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.